In this session, we'll be looking at the key navigational actions when using a smartphone. These are similar between iPhones and Androids. To be clear, this is an Android phone that we're using. So here we'll be looking at moving, pressing and holding with a particular focus on icons and widgets. Icons and widgets are effectively buttons which start apps. So if I tap the phone icon, the phone app appears. If I tap the weather widget, the weather takes us to the weather page. So effectively these are start buttons. This is my home screen, which has a rather untidy selection of icons and widgets, which we'll start to tidy up. You can see I have a couple of duplicates. I have 2 internet icons and 2 email icons. These do identical jobs. Each of the internet ones takes us to the internet at exactly the same place, and similarly the emails take us to email. So we can get rid of one of each of the duplicates. So to do that, we'll just put your finger on the icon, hold it down, and this menu appears. There's an option here to remove from home. Not all these menus look the same depending on what you're pressing, but they all have remove from home. So we'll do that, and that's just going to take the icon away from the home page. The app is still installed, even if I took away the last icon there, the app would still be installed. To actually uninstall, you would have to press uninstall, which I'm not going to do. So this is the second of the email icons, and just to show you again, press, menu appears, remove from home. So I've now got one email and one internet icon. The same process works with widgets. You only get 2 options, remove from home. The widgets tend to be come with the phone, and you can't uninstall them. So, and then just to get rid of that, just tap the screen again. In other Android phones, you will sometimes get a bin appear at the top when you press the icon, and you drag the icon onto the bin at the top, or there may be a cross in a circle. Same process, you drag it up to the top and let it go to remove it from the screen. Now if I look to the screens to the left and to the right of the home screen, you'll see a couple of icons there and a couple of icons here. What we're going to do is we're going to take these icons onto the home screen. So to do that, again, it's just a case of press until you see the menu, and then that means you can then drag it. As you drag it around, you'll notice there's small crosses and circles. If I let this go now, it'll go to the closest vacant space. These denote the spaces available on the screen. And again, I drag it to the side of the screen closest to the home screen, hold it there till the screen shifts underneath it, drag it back and place it where I want it. So once more, put the finger on it till the menu appears, drag it to the side of the screen until the screen shifts. And in fact, you can, if you hold it long enough, it'll keep going. And if that happens, just take it back and find the spot for it and let go. Again, drag and drop. Press, drag to the side, just wait for the screen to move. Oh, I'm going over again, drag it back, and just once you put your finger on it, don't let go of it until you find where you want to leave it. And I now have 2 empty screens. You'll notice when I'm shifting screen here, this icon doesn't move. That's because this panel at the bottom is designed for you to place your most commonly used app icons. So I'm going to fill this with the ones that I use most often. So because it's a phone, I'll put the phone down there because I'm going to use that. I use that fairly regularly. I also need my contacts and settings and internet. So that means wherever I go in the phone, these will always be at the bottom of the screen. There's another thing that would be useful to know. Sometimes you may, when you're moving these around, you may inadvertently drop one on top of another. And if that happens, it creates a small bubble with the 2 icons in it. And to reverse that action, put your finger on the icon again, drag it upwards, and it brings you back to the screen it came from. And the bubble, once I let this go, the bubble will revert back to the Instagram icon you can see there. So it's quite easily done, and quite often you'll see people with lots of bubbles with one or two icons, with 2 or 3 icons in it, and they don't really know how they got them there. So again, it's very easy. Drag it on top. It's useful if you want to group icons that maybe for apps that you use in conjunction with each other or for particular purposes. But if you do it by accident, it's very frustrating. So again, to get it back out, drag it to the top, and it takes you back to the screen you were on, and the Messenger one comes back as well. Likewise, if you decide you want to change one of your permanent apps icons down the bottom, just tap it, drag it, and then you can replace it with another one. But in this phone, there's a maximum of 5. Some phones might be fewer. And then dragging back out, dragging back in. So to review, icons and widgets are buttons which start apps. We can arrange them on the screen however we like. Just by tapping and moving. We can remove them from the home screen, or we can uninstall them. Removing them from the home screen means they're still in the phone. Uninstalling removes them from the phone. There's a panel at the bottom which holds the apps that you use most often. They stay there when you swipe the screen. Thanks for watching. Please share, like, comment, or leave a query below.